Hi, I'm Beryl, and this is another episode in our delivery series. The theme today is South Indian cuisine. We have done an episode on North Indian food, but because the two are so different, I thought it would be really fun to highlight foods from the south of India. I have teamed up with Grubhub, and 4 of my subscribers, Maathangi, Nidhi, Swati, and Prathik, to help us navigate a South Indian menu. Because I've partnered up with Grubhub, they did give me a discount code, which is Beryl, and that will give you $5 off an order of $15 or more. So at the end of this video, when you are super inspired to try South Indian food, you can get a discount. The food is here.
Hi Beryl, this is Maathangi. I currently live in Delhi, but I was born and raised in Chennai in southern India.
Hi everyone, my name is Nidhi and I come from the city of Bengaluru, the capital of the state of Karnataka in the south of India. But I currently live in Mangaluru, a coastal town where I go to med school, and this is my dorm.
For starters, I've picked Masala Vada or Masala Vada from the menu.
Basically, Chattam Bade or Masala Vada are lentil fritters with chilies and spices and curry leaves all flattened together, deep fried and served with some spicy chutney.
I know you love Maggi hot and sweet, and I do too. So after you're done having the vada with chutney, I would highly recommend you to have a bite with the sauce. I know you would love it.
The reason I picked these is because on the morning of every festival like Deepavali or Ganesh Chaturthi, we go to my grandmother's house and my mother and grandmother whip up batches and batches of these crispy, delicious vada, and we all eat them together as a family, and I hope you enjoy them too.
You don't have to tell me twice that you can eat something with Maggi hot and sweet. This is my first time having these. Very crunchy. Gonna go with some of the sambar first. You know. Ooh, yum. The lentils inside are super spiced. Not spicy, but spiced. That's really good. Coconut chutneys that I'm used to are gonna be a lot thicker and just plain white. This obviously has a little bit of coriander, I think, in it, but it also is coconutty because I tried it inside. It's like a hybrid chutney. I really like it. Let's go for the big guns. This bottle is the right size bottle in case you're thinking, dang Beryl, that's a big bottle of Maggi hot and sweet. If it's not the size of your head, it's too small. Yum. I think what I like most about these is how crunchy they are and how spiced it is. You might think that like, oh, it's just lentils. It might be a little bit boring inside. Absolutely not boring. They're fabulous. I would definitely order these again.
My name is Swati. I live in Toronto, Canada, but I'm originally from Andhra Pradesh, which is in the southern part of India.
Hello everyone, my name is Prathik and I am from Bangalore in Karnataka, India. For the appetizers, I have chosen Plantain Bhaji for you. It is also called Balekai Bhaji in Kannada. Balekai means plantain. These are long slices of plantain dipped in chickpea flour and then fried in oil.
This is a common street food in southern India. This reminds me of my childhood days. I would always insist my uncle would get me some every evening as a snack.
This is usually served with coconut chutney, green chutney, or even ketchup.
I'm very surprised at how the plantains look. I think that I was expecting more of like what you might see with Caribbean food of like big chunks of plantain. I just wasn't expecting these long, thin slices. It's kind of cool. Same sauces again. I find the flavor of plantain when you don't kind of like caramelize it to be pretty subtle. And so I feel like the flavor of this is mostly the flavor of the basin flour coating and the flavor of the chutney. It is kind of reminiscent of potato because plantain is really starchy, but it's not potato because in southern India there are a lot of plantains, so it makes sense that this might be like a supplement for what might typically be a potato in the north. I would say this one, especially compared to the last one, it's definitely not as flavorful. If you're looking for something that's not gonna be really forward in spice, this would be a really good choice. It's nice, but it's subtle.
Another dish I've picked is the idli.
This is a must for a South Indian breakfast and also a midday snack or whenever you want.
And like most other South Indian breakfasts, is savory and vegan. So if that's something you want, you should definitely check out a South Indian restaurant for breakfast. An idli is basically a steamed white fluffy little pillow made of fermented rice and lentil batter. It doesn't really taste like much, but what's fun are the sides.
This can be eaten with the coconut chutney or also dipped in sambar or sometimes both.
Or even dip it in ghee and roll it in gunpowder or chutney powder, which is a spicy peanut powder.
I love idli. They're one of my favorite foods. I think in general, there are not that many steamed foods that we eat. Like steamed vegetables, sure, but like that's also kind of the worst way to eat a vegetable, in my opinion. So you can have idli that are this size, but you can also, if you see on a menu, get mini idli, and those are about like this big. And I have this mini idli maker. You put the batter into this and then you steam them and you get these idli that are like this, but they're tiny and you can eat them on a spoon. It's really, really fun. Interesting to try them with the ghee and gunpowder. So I'm gonna try them like that because I've never done that. Let's put some ghee on my plate and ooh, that is very soft. This is South Indian gunpowder. It's got kick. That seems like the right amount. I'm gonna put some ghee on this and some gunpowder. Whoa. I mean, ghee, it just makes everything taste really good. It's not as spicy as I thought it was gonna be. I think that I like it maybe better with the sambar only because idli are a little bit dry in nature and having some of the liquid kind of helps revive them a little bit in your mouth so you're not just like, you know that like sound and when you eat something really dry? Man, sambar, if you've never had it, it's kind of like a vegetable stew and it's got big pieces of zucchini in it usually and it's so good. It's just so good. If you're wondering what they taste like, they really don't taste like anything. The batter that they're made out of there's no spice to it. So the idea is that you're getting, you know, like the nutrients obviously out of the idli, but the flavor is coming from elsewhere. And in this case, like the sambar or the gunpowder or the coriander and coconut chutney.
From the dosa menu, I'm choosing the Podi Masala Dosai as the molaka podi or the gunpowder is one of the most unique and versatile items that you can have in your kitchen. In this preparation, I believe the podi mixture is simply spread on top of the dosai and the aloo or the potato mixture is packed within it.
So dosa is basically rice and lentil crepes served with sambar and coconut chutney.
Now, dosas are wildly popular in South Indian cuisine, and even though they're breakfast foods, they're eaten throughout the day at restaurants called darshanis or upaharas. All-day breakfast is a huge, huge thing in South India.
A perfect dosa would have a golden brown, crunchy outside.
When we're talking about South Indian food, you obviously need to talk about dosa, and there are a lot of different dosas. And a lot of different dosas were recommended. I decided to go with this Podi dosa because it's something that I've never had. Dosa you eat with your hands. I did, the letter D was dosa in my Eating My Way Through the Alphabet series in India, and I will link that series below so that you could learn a little bit more about some Indian foods. Okay, let's just try this one. I feel like the spice on this is light. Actually, I have more gunpowder. Let's, oh, it's on a plate. Oh, it sneaks up on you actually. We'll still dip it a little bit. Here we go. I was really curious how the dosa was gonna be delivered to me, but it actually, I think it like has held up really well. You saw when I unfolded it, it was great, in great condition. Maybe you know this, maybe you don't. Dosa is a fermented batter, so it's good for you. A good dosa is definitely gonna be like crispy, but still a little bit chewy, the outer edges. I tried to move my microphone near there. Are gonna be a little bit crunchier. I also did reheat it, so maybe it's a little more crunchy than it should be, but really good. The potatoes that are inside of it are spiced, and you want to kind of dip it in all the sauces that you get. I don't know what this one is. Like a tomato chutney, I think. I think this is pickle. Yeah, this is Indian pickle, yum. Indian pickle is not at all similar to when I say like pickle and I might think of a pickled cucumber. It's pickled with salt and different spices. I actually did a pickling episode where I made an Indian style pickle in it, and I will link it in the description. I'm really enjoying eating this at home. I wasn't sure. I think like sometimes the experience of eating certain foods in a restaurant is like really fun, but also like eating this at home is nice. Feels more relaxed. If you do end up wanting to order dosa and you're not sure what to get, I can just tell you like my go-to dosa that I usually get is the onion rava masala dosa. I really like that one. I would also say a ghee masala dosa is really nice. It's very simple, just like potatoes and a bunch of ghee on the top of it, so it tastes really good. This one, if you like spice, I think is really nice. It's a simple dosa, you know, just the potatoes and this gunpowder spice, but there's a kick to it. So like if you're not ready for something super spicy, maybe go with like a ghee masala dosa. This is one of these foods that I have tried to make before, and it is so difficult. You can buy pre-made dosa batter at an Indian grocery store, and I did it, and I still could not make it. I think it's because it's super, super thin, and I just kept tearing it, and like, I don't know, I also just think like it takes a touch, and I just don't have that touch yet. I just don't have it. It's okay.
For the mains, I've chosen Bisibele Bhaat, which literally means hot lentil rice in Kannada. While there are several rice lentil preparations like khichdi and Pongal, what really makes Bisibele Bhaat stand out is the coming together of several spices, vegetables, rice and lentils along with tamarind and jaggery. My memories of Bisibele Bhaat is my first job when I had to move to Bangalore, and Bisibele Bhaat commonly featured in the regular breakfast dishes served in my office cafeteria. Make sure you have it hot with just a little dollop of ghee on top. Enjoy!
Saying Bisibele Bhaat is really enjoyable. It like feels like nice in your mouth, like Bisibele Bhaat. I don't know, is that? Okay. I'm really curious about how this tastes because all the flavors described, I don't really know what to expect. It's kind of sweet in like a buttery way. I feel like you can definitely taste the jaggery, this type of kind of like a molassesy sugar that's common in South Indian cooking. The lentil and rice combination, it's very soft. It's definitely reminiscent of khichdi, which I have made on this channel before. It's a really yummy comfort food. I'm definitely tasting the tamarind. It gives it a little bit of like a sourness to it as well. This dish is not spicy at all, so if you don't like a lot of spice, this would definitely be a dish that you would enjoy. I think when I think about South Indian cuisine, I often think about like heat and chilies and like a little bit of just like, This is like, it just is a very comforting dish, and it feels like something familiar, but then you're adding these different flavors of tamarind and jaggery that make you realize that you're eating something brand new and special. I really like it. This version, at least from this restaurant, Pongal, definitely has a lot of ghee in it. So it's like really like creamy in a way. That ghee gives you that really nice feeling in your mouth that just like makes everything so good. I mean, yeah, this is nice. I like it.
From the desserts, I have chosen Badam Halwa, and this is a sweet, rich pudding-like dessert made from almond, milk, ghee, sugar and saffron. And oh god, this sweet just tastes like heaven. It has the perfect amount of sweet and nutty flavor, with the ghee just making it better. I like to top this off with a few more roasted almonds before taking a bite.
From the beverages, I'm choosing Madras Coffee, which is basically the South Indian filter coffee. I know you're familiar with it and it has been featured on the channel before, but I just feel this episode would be incomplete without this.
This is mandatory for ending a good breakfast or lunch or dinner.
We're doing my dessert course, so I paired the Madras Coffee with the Badam Halwa. I'm gonna put a little sugar in this because you gotta have it sweet. I've made South Indian filter coffee on this channel before, and there I did serve it in a more traditional mug, but I always burn the living daylights out of my fingers when I drink out of them, so we're going with my really cute ghost making pottery mug. It is milky, definitely sweet. I mean, I put a whole pack of sugar in it, but like you're supposed to, I think. And you can taste the chicory, which is a part of the South Indian filter coffee. It is usually like aerated more. I was kind of hoping maybe they did that at the restaurant because I wasn't about to like do that. I don't know. It's nice. All right, let's go with this dessert. I'm usually not a huge fan of Indian desserts. I find them to be incredibly sweet, but this is for science. It is very sweet, very custardy, like it fills your whole mouth. The sweetness is definitely paired really well with the taste of saffron and the taste of like, the almond is like very forward in it. Like you can tell that this is an almond dessert. It's not like the almond is there. Well, I don't know what else an almond would do there, but it's there and you know it's there. Adding the crunch on top is actually nice. I think that like it adds a textural intrigue that otherwise it is just like a kind of a creamy dessert. I could have like a couple spoons of this, but like I couldn't eat a whole bowl of it, you know? But it is good. Excuse me, ma'am. I think she wants some of my dessert. That was an amazing meal. Thank you so much to everybody who helped me navigate this episode, and a huge thank you to Grubhub. Don't forget that you can use my name Beryl at checkout, and that will give you $5 off an order of $15 or more. Everything that I ate today is going to be in the description along with everything else that everybody in the episode recommended. This way you can feel empowered and ready to have a South Indian feast of your own. I am leaving 2 links here for other episodes in this series, including the North Indian episode and the Korean episode. Really, really fun dishes. I will see you all in my next video.